Hi guys, Rob from Rob's Model Cars, and today I've got a review on the AGU LB Ferrari 458. Now AGU is a new model brand. This is their first model release. It is a resin model and it is the model of the Liberty Walk LB Performance 458 Ferrari. So let's start with the packaging. Since this is a new model brand, it just comes in a corrugated cardboard box. Has some graphics on the box, AG logo on the ends, pretty much the same all the way around, nothing too fancy. So let's open it up and have a look at this model. So this model retails for around $210 US. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it comes in a foam shell. And if we open it up, we've got a little bit of tissue paper in here, I guess, to stop any wear on the top. And this is the model. So we'll get it out and we'll put it on the turntable and we'll have a bit of a closer look at this AG Ferrari 458 Liberty Walk. Okay guys, so model's out of the box, and first impressions, it has quite a good presence, the model. This replica is actually based on a real car that is in Dubai, built by Simon Motorsports. If you Google that on the internet, you will find a lot of pictures of this car. It's pretty much all the decals and details are the same as that car in Dubai. Now, as this is a new model brand, we'll sort of try not to pick this apart too much. But the paintwork is okay. There's a couple little areas between the black and the white, the separation. The lines aren't that crisp, and there is a little bit of overspray between the lines. There are a couple of little marks on the clear engine lid, and there is a mark on my side window here as well. So it is a resin model, and they do use very thin plastic for the windows, but I think a little bit more care needed to be taken in that area with this model. The paint finish on the wheels is really good. It's a metallic red colour. The wheels on the real car are in a red anodized finish, so I think they've done pretty well to replicate the finish on the wheels. If we sort of look in deeper than that, the brake calipers and the brake rotors, they're quite flat and two-dimensional. As this is a budget model, they're not cast as separate pieces, so the disc and the caliper is moulded in one piece and just painted, so not a huge amount of detail with the brakes. Going back to the front of the model, there is no photo etch mesh anywhere on this model. They are all plastic parts with grid lines on them to make it look like mesh. So that's a little bit disappointing in this day and age, even with these entry-level models, that they're not using photo etch mesh. They're still using just solid black plastic pieces for that. The headlights are average in detail, not massively detailed. If you compare that to, say, a Hot Wheels Elite headlight, there was far more detail in that than this AGU model. But nonetheless, we'll move on. The windscreen wipers are quite clunky, don't really contour to the window very well, just moulded plastic. The rear of the model has the Liberty Walk diffuser under the back. We do have a nice blue anodized finish on the exhaust tips, but again, no photo etch mesh in the back or in any of the air intakes, or even the air intakes either side of the engine. These are just plastic pieces. The engine is quite two-dimensional as well. It's very similar to the Kyosho models, where it's just a top piece. There's no detail underneath that. It just has the Ferrari red heads and the airbox hoses. That is all there is. There's nothing else to look at. Interior. The interior is not too bad. I'd say that's probably close to the standard of Hot Wheels Elite, but it does not open this model. It is a sealed resin model, so we can't really get too good a look at that. It's just all black inside. The badge work is actually a little photo etch pieces, the Ferrari horse and the Ferrari script, front and back. And it does have the little strut braces on the front splitter as well, which is quite delicate little pieces, but there is a little bit of glue residue around the bases that I can see. So overall it's not a bad model. I think for the price point of $210 US, I think there are some models out there that have better detail and are finished better than this model. There isn't a lot of choice available with the Liberty Walk Ferraris. Many of you would know that GT Spirit had the first release of the red 458 Liberty Walk Ferrari. That sold out rather quickly, but also GT Spirit had quite a few legal issues with Ferrari over the release of that car. So if you didn't get one of those red GT Spirit LB 458s, then maybe if you can find one of these, this is an alternative to that. It is still far cheaper than say a Davis and Giovanni Liberty Walk Ferrari 458. One of those would be north of $1,200 US if you can find one now. Most of those were sold out. They make quite limited runs of those models. But overall, it's a decent model. As I say, the finishing could be a little bit better. I did a bit of research and I believe that this model is made in the same factory that makes GT Spirit models, and if I had a GT Spirit Ferrari 458, I would sit that next to this one to see how similar they are. I would assume that they're using the same mould for that car and for this car, just basically a different paint finish. So not a huge amount of detail in this new 1/18 scale AGU Ferrari 458 Liberty Walk, but nonetheless, I guess a model that is filling a gap in the market as the demand for Liberty Walk models seems to still be quite widespread across the world. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Please share this video also. And thanks for watching.